What are you having at Zabrico?
Nothing. Chicken and rice.
Mickey's having chicken and rice. What's in that cup?
Fanta.
And this is the face of a happy camper. Where are you right now, Mickey?
In the kitchen.
Where?
In Mahaut.
Now, some more. Can you tell us where you are right now?
Zabrico.
Enjoying your time here in Zabrico? And what are these crates?
They're soda cream.
What are these fruits?
Oranges.
Grapefruit, Samora.
Oranges.
Juicies from the forest. And a wonderful carry basket.
Can we go back? Remember when we were in Florida and we went on that space ride? With the man? Can we go back to Florida and go on that ride?
Sure.
But I'm gonna go on the bus that you spinning ride.
Here we are. And up in the air is our proud flag. Not quite waving in the breeze, but it's the Dominica flag.
Dinner with the cake!
Dominic.
Daddy said we can make it with this egg. Aww! We'll make it when we get back to the next stop. Okay!
Say after three. 1, 2, 3. We love Zabrico.
Zabrico.
We love Mommy.
Cake.
We
We
love
love
Dominica.
Dominica. And lemon cake.
It's August 1st, 2004. And here's Samora on the cell phone in Dominica. As the sun begins to descend on the first day of August. Here we have the Caribbean sun heading towards the horizon. There's a Mommy? Let me see you. Here we have Mickey. Mickey. Wave, Mickey, wave. Smile. All right, my boy, my captain. Zabrico tree, the village of Mahaut in the distance. And there we have Samo.
What are you doing now?
Roosevelt Night, Royal Bazaar. Going down, we're going east on Old Street. This is the cinema, Best Buy.
I can't see this. Not clear. My touch.
Ports.
What's furniture? Huh? First Caribbean Bank. This is a Chinese restaurant you just came from?
Yeah.
Hello? The waterfront. There's a Caraway Hotel to the left and the Fortune Hotel straight ahead. It's white, blue and white veranda building with Christmas lights. There's a Caraway Hotel here. Fortune Hotel right there.
Only one night was happy hour?
Roundabout.
I thought every night it was happy hour. So that's why I keep on, every time it's passing there, I keep on looking at
This is,
Hotel.
Hotel. Soda. There's a library. Yeah.
I actually have been in TV.
That's right, it's more easy. I just go around, maybe around, one turn left. Let's go down that. No, we don't need to go near, go come back.
That's the satellite for the radio?
This is Kings Hill up here on the top where you see all of the lights. Way up. The first 7-Eleven, Dominica first. I can't see anything for 7-Eleven right there.
Not 7-Eleven?
What did the nice go button on?
Look at the night scope.
Maybe I told you to put on the night scope.
Rock Street, suppose so.
You don't need to go in. This place is like traffic light.
The warming motor right there. That's our Senator, one memorial, the grandpa comes to play every day here.
Okay.
That's Old Street, main commercial street in I mean, that's King George's Street, right? I mean, commercial street also. Shop right here. I didn't get it.
Police station, police headquarters. Heights Cook. Police headquarters. Fire station.
The picture of the trucks.
Yeah, I can see.
And you take this one right here.
You can see this. Where is it?
Daddy, the one on the left
Okay.
has Chinese letters on it.
It's filming.
Daddy, the one on the left has Chinese letters on it.
There's about slow down the guy pass.
I really cannot. I ain't seen nothing. It's a night scope. Or you take a night scope. Okay, this is what they call this place, Point Baptiste Beach in Calabishi. It's August Monday, Emancipation Day.
August 2nd.
August 2nd, 2004. And Makonnen is fast asleep in the back. And Samora back there. And we're going for some rocky roads right now. But I guess it's part of the natural trail setting. So much for. Ooh. Go ahead.
Daddy, keep going.
What? Okay. Give me. I can not touch it. Hey, we're upside down. We're on Point Baptiste Beach.
I put the glass up. Why did you put it back down? Come inside the house.
Okay, the board won't come inside this house. Because we have it on tape. There's Richard parked over there. And my husband is trying to clean his windows right now. As you can see, he doesn't like mud on his vehicle. Bless us, well.
Wave, mommy, wave. Smile, baby, smile. I not see the wife again.
I would like to see it before you
So we can stop for a drink in Portsmouth?
Yeah, man. I think we should do that, you know. Richard. Take a picture of me here, Richard. Richard. I got you on camera here. Take a picture of me.
Okay. What I need to do? So,
You want to come today? Tell me what I need to do.
it's okay. Oh, yeah, behind you, everybody. That's, yes. You can just for you. Go ahead.
What do I do?
Hold on there for a while. The other way. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's okay.
So what do I press it? Press the silver button?
No, it's okay. It's filming. It says REC. You see REC?
Oh, okay.
That means it's still in there. And then just press the red button and go.
Hi.
Okay, I feel weird. What did I do?
Let me take a picture. That's Mike. That's your father, RBD. And that's you. Right, this is me.
If I can take it out without it getting nappy, we'll go down. Right now, I broke down.
That's a tragedy.
The graves.
And that is new, you know. When we were here, Judy, that wasn't there, you know. They just put that thing there the other day.
These flowers must have pulled you because they had a lot of flowers. So the flowers may have been the height of that. So maybe that's why I thought it was in. Yeah. When Mike died? 1992?
92, yeah.
That long?
Shoot again. Is this Dominican natural grapefruit?
Yes, it is, Daddy. And I'm making juice with it right now. Have to squeeze it.
Mom, what does Mommy have right here?
This.
Tea. Fish.
Yum, yum, yum. How's your day on this Emancipation Day, Mommy?
Fine.
What are you stirring here? Bulbul? Is that Dominican tea?
Yes. You think you're close enough?
Hello.
Shoot them and make sure you catch everything. You're welcome, reach. I think that That's right. I'm here on the 3rd with Polly Patullo, my new and good friend, who's done great work in rescuing the works of Phyllis and Alfred and that of, I guess, Dominica's people from oblivion. Polly, how are you doing this morning?
I'm just fine, thank you.
I just admire. Okay. Good morning we had on Saturday last, right?
Yes, it was lovely. I can't do a traditional Creole breakfast for you, but
Polly, you're from
London.
Okay, born and bred.
Indeed, yes.
Okay, where did you go to school?
I went to, you mean university, college?
Yes.
Right, okay. Because we've been schooled by high school
Yes, yes.
in the UK. I went to Edinburgh University in Scotland.
Okay, and you studied?
Yeah, I studied politics, political science, and a bit of anthropology and philosophy.
And where did your path lead to once you left college?
I thought it would always be connected with words, but I wasn't quite sure exactly. But I went to work in a book publishing company very briefly before becoming an editorial assistant on a magazine, and then my career in journalism started there.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you've done a book on Caribbean tourism. I saw a cruise ship coming in.
Aha!
What is the premise of that book?
The Great Cruise Ship Dilemma.
Yeah.
It is basically a look at Caribbean tourism, about the good practice, of which there is sadly not all that much, the problems that are involved in Caribbean tourism, and looking at who benefits, where the money goes, and the social impacts, the environmental impacts, the cultural impacts. It's a broad look for sort of first-year students, really.
And boiled down to its raw essence, where does the money go?
Most of it neither reaches the Caribbean, or when it does reach, goes back into metropolitan pockets. For example, in the cruise ships don't belong to the Caribbean. They belong to the Florida Caribbean Cruise Association members, none of whom are Caribbean people. And so these giant ships sail around the Caribbean basically free of charge. They pay departure taxes, but not much else. And they, of course, they bring people, and the people spend some money, but they spend a tiny percentage of what stayover tourists bring. So there is a real problem, but they come in such numbers that people on islands like this in Dominica have become dependent. Even the extra little dollar from the taxi drivers or a vendor. I mean, I spoke to one vendor in Trafalgar near here who said that she sold ice to the vendors of the cruise ships and for the tourists. And so this was just a tiny part of the chain, the bottom of the chain, but she was making a few extra dollars, and that was worth it for her. So all these folks are now dependent on these guys who just come and go.
Thank you, Polly.
So sorry about that. That was a long,
no, that was
long,
okay,
boring sermon.
No, it was not. But it was indicative of the sort of person that you are, trying to find solutions that really enhance the quality of life of people, as opposed to just pretend to do that.
Yeah, I think I hope that the tourism can have benefits, but it's a really tricky business, and it has to involve everybody. And I think the big cheeses in Caribbean tourism are now realising that it can't just benefit the big guys.
And hopefully your book will help that process along.
I hope so, yes. Well, it'll be a learning process and a discussion process, that's for sure.
Thank you, Polly.
Okay, thank you for coming, Christian.
No, I think we ought to stand on your own.
Okay. So what would you prefer?
Let me try basilic. This is, nice
Good to see you all guys again.
Uncle Tony,
Good to
what
see
do you talk about coincidence? Don, you look beautiful in Roseville.
Thank you. Okay, that's fine. And just about the same amount. We're going to pour that in.
John?
I didn't know it was just regular lemonade.
Deborah?
Alcoholic, right? Yeah, I thought it was regular.
Have you ordered yet, Tony?
No, actually, it's more for the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, because we had breakfast this morning.
Breakfast and stuff?
Yeah, of course.
Deborah knows we don't argue. The women don't argue we disagree when it comes to that kind of thing.
Beautiful couple. That's a couple of SS magazine, you know.
The kids.
That's right, I know. Greggy? Jonathan?
Smile.
Greggy.
Smile. Okay, guys.
Mr. Christian, the people has to
I know.
For clothes, is it before it closes?
No, it's not closed.
It's always so nice though. It's always so nice to see
So,
you.
Mr. Isaac, it's the 4th of August. Tomorrow, what have you done?
And she broke it.
Fix it up, fix it up. How's the country? How's the fire service?
Well, the fire service has
First of all, give us your name.
Peter Isaac.
Okay. How long have you been in the service?
In the service for 13 years now.
And what's your rank?
I'm a fireman.
Okay. How many firemen do we have in Dominica now?
Well, that
Approximate.
approximately 68.
How many stations do we have?
7 stations.
And can you name them for me?
We have the headquarters, we have Kingfield Station, Airport Station, Melville Hall Airport Station, we have Portsmouth Fire Station, Granby Station as well, Cassius Ambulance Station, we have Ambulance Station.
How many fire engines do we have in the country?
How many?
Fire engines do we have now?
In Portsmouth we have 2 of them. Plus an ambulance, being free. In Granby we have 1 fire engine and an ambulance. In Melville we have 2 fire engines and an ambulance. And we have an ambulance in each of the other stations.
Okay, that's wonderful because when I grew up here we just had about, we had no ambulances and maybe about 3 fire engines. And we just had about 2 stations. None and Roosevelt, and of course Portsmouth 3. So there's been quite a lot of progress. Nice to meet you, sir.
All right.
And who's the chief now?
Mr. John Baptist.
Thank you very much. And I wish you well. I'm here, a famous officer who I remember from my days.
Mr. William.
Give us your full name for the record.
His name is Lambert Antoine, number 38.
Number 38. And how long have you been in the service?
It is 31 years.
Can you imagine that? And your rank now?
Well, I'm DCFO, Deputy Chief Officer.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Congratulations. Well deserved, well deserved, well deserved. And these are my 2 children, Samora. He's the shake of Deputy Chief Makonnen. Shake his hand. Come on, stop being bashful. That's right. And give a little message to Esso because I hope he can come by, make one more year, come and see you all.
Okay, Esso, from the last time I saw you, I hope you're doing good. Take care of yourself. I'll do the same.
Okay.
I am proceeding on leave just now in a matter of 5 days' time, and I'm going to see my family in the US too.
And I hope you can, I'll give you my numbers, you can check on me.
I'm not going east, I'm just staying in Miami for this time.
Miami?
Yeah.
But if you go in east, I make sure you take my number.
Yes, I will be in East Premier sometime in 2006.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a daughter going to school in Long Island. And I have other daughters up there in New Jersey and New York.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well, I'm so pleased. I was just telling the Officer Isaac that back in the day, there were only 3 fire stations.
Yeah.
Maybe about 4 engines.
That's true.
And now we have, from what he said, I guess how many engines in total?
Yeah, well, I do have it offhand, but we probably have about 13 or 14 engines.
Yes.
We got about 7 stations, 2 ambulance stations, and 5 fire stations.
That's right.
Yeah, we are of 73 strong.
Yes.
And I believe we lost a few members recently through retirement. We have about 4 recruits now, and then I believe we are trying to get back our numbers. But
what I would like to do is a short history of the Dominica Fire Service, and I'd like to work on that because, as you know, we've published a few books.
Okay.
And I'd like to work on that. If I can work with you or whoever you can designate, I'll leave you my information.
The fire ambulance services has a very, very interesting history, you know.
I know.
And I
just found Esso's books, and he mentions the fire of 62, the Masquerade Fire.
That's true.
With Shillingford and James and Atimata as well.
What I can do now, I probably can give you a little book that we published sometime we had a Fire Brigade Week.
Okay.
And probably you will get most of our past officers who have said some things about the Fire Brigade, which will put in perspective.
Yes, I would like to get that, and I could help build on that by doing some more interviews.
Yes. It's the same thing they would have to tell you.
Yes.
Most interestingly, you would have Mr. Savre, Mr. Telemark,
yes,
and Bertrand.
Yes, yes. Maybe Esso was not in country.
No, he wasn't in
Because
country.
if he was in country, y'all could have gotten some stuff from him. Because he goes back to 54, 55.
Okay. You have myself and 3 other family.
Yes, yes, yes. You're maybe about the last of the Mohicans, you know?
Yes, true.
Yes.
Jupini has made 2 terms here.
Yes.
He is presently going off sometime in September for good. Coppell.
Come.
Coppell, who I joined with, he has retired and medically bodied out.
Okay. Okay.
And Mr. Newton has since retired. I am the last of the group.
Yes, yes.
Meaning,
yes.
yeah.
The pre-independence group.
True.
The
Because
period under the British there.
yes, true. Because these people that are here now, they are quite young.
Yes, yes.
And really go about the job slightly differently than the old days.
The old days, yes,
The old days
days.
we were more committed, we were more intense, we were more up to it and everything like that.
Okay, let's not waste the film. Okay, I want you to go ahead and take a picture next to one of the engines, if you don't mind.
That's all right.
Can you wave some more, Nikki? Smile some more.
Tell Esso hello to me. Tell him we are alright, we are doing good, but just give it up.
Okay, and this is a ladder truck here from Korea?
No, this is not a ladder truck. This is the major tender. This is the ladder truck.
Okay, I see.
Ladder truck.
And so this is the major.
Yeah, this is the major tender.
As water is a water tender.
Yes, water tender.
How many cylinders on this vehicle?
Well, this is.
And this one?
And
these are pump trucks.
Yes.
And I like the new. These are the new helmets.
Yeah, we got some new uniform, new helmets.
Everybody is equipped with one.
Yes, I suppose. Well, they're not of the same color, but everybody.
Yes, because the old were the black ones.
Yes, we still use them. We still have them.
And this is the old tower. I remember the famous tower.
That is the tower.
In his diary was the accident of 66-7. The Cognet and his guys when they and Ignace.
Yes, somewhere there. Yeah.
When they got burnt.
Yeah, on the second floor.
I came in there the morning. I saw the flesh still on the ropes as a child.
On the second floor,
yes.
right.
What is this little house here?
This little house. Well, we now having 5 women. So
Okay.
this area is their quarters.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
about 3 of them.
Okay. And this is the.
This is the chief officer's vehicle.
Okay.
Right now we have utility vehicles.
Okay.
We got 2 cars. We are putting them on another utility.
Yes. When I was growing up, and this also works.
Yes, this works. This is we call it the lighting plant.
Okay.
We have just improvised, put up our generator at the back, and in case of an accident in the night, the generator is on current, so it give us light on the scene. Right?
Okay. Is the ambulance operative the?
These are 2 ambulances we got from Canada, but we can't source the parts for them.
Okay.
We have how they call it, air conditioning unit problem, and a battery problem. There's a special battery. It's not too big. Carry 2 batteries. They're not too big, and we're unable to get it here. It's we're relegated.
I want you to bring up at the next meeting a website for the Dominica Fire and Ambulance Service.
I think we have one.
And if we can link it with the Dominica Academy of Arts and Sciences, we can ask its members to help contribute support to the fire service.
Not bad at all.
That's what we're about.
Do that.
Because I mean,
yes,
Dominicans really want to do these
yes,
things.
probably. Maybe I can just take you to the chief. If you want that.
Sure.
In fact, I got my plaque from them.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
This is what. That's Little Shillings is an environmental engineer.
What?
Yes, she just had a baby girl.
Oh,
Little Shillings, yes. So, Chief, it's a pleasure, man.
That's what I tell you, it was a great time.
Now that the cadet corps is off and running, I would want to see what I can do for the fire service because it's dear to my heart. As a matter of fact, in one of the books, which I will see if I have one in the back of the car, I reference the fire service. Do you have a library?
in fact, I've been trying to grow one.
Yes, yes.
But, and one thing that I've been doing.
Your space, you may also, you need to.
Oh yes, oh yes. I have given the asked governmental. One of the things I've asked government to do, and I do not know why it's taking so long, because other departments have actually done it, is to over the engine room, so that maybe barracks
go
there,
up.
the conference room.
Yes, because then you can have a pole, you can slide down. Yes, yes, exactly.
You know, but again, as you know,
we're tight on our funds.
The whole economic situation is one thing of him, when he put confidence in you, nothing will erase it.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
That made me an officer, you know.
Yes.
As a Christian.
Yes,
that
yes.
made me an officer. As a Christian used to come there and make sure that I do the log sheet. Yeah, he's in the office. In those days, metrication had just been introduced into Dominica, and you had to convert miles into kilometers, gallons into liters. And as a Christian would see to it that the men do it, and not even bother himself on that.
Yeah, I tell you, Papa would say, I never want to pantina if you're team mold.
Team mold.
What can we 5 to 9?
While he's going in 5 to 9, he's detailing little Shilling. She was the smallest. Where is the girls? Okay, he'll give the girl that. He'll say, where is Gable? Gable, you little scamp! The fault!
No, those are good days.
Because Dominica has, which has done very well, is the fire department. Because the fire department, when they know them, it was the fire department, the old treasury, the old ice factory, all were together, and they were running with cats to put off the cat fires.
Yes.
Right?
I have always said of all government, because the accident happened before I was born, you know.
I tell you.
Because my parents were new. Good evening, good evening.
Good evening.
Wow.
Gabo,
Thank you.
have I told you how lovely it's been to have you all here?
Oh.
So this is our farewell to you.
Well, I don't want to cry, so. But listen, I just want to say that this is the greatest vacation we've ever had, and all due to you and Richard to a great extent.
You think
for
so?
making us part of the
Thank you
family.
very much.
Oh.
But maybe you should come down with your family more often and and you have that on tape.
Don't just assume it's okay.
Not only one,
So can you tell me name, Emilia? So you're gonna
I am Miss Ileana Green, Miss Rosa, Miss Future Dominica 2005.
That's right.
I am here to win.
Hi Joseph, how are you doing?
Good.
I want to make sure we have it.
We came to your house today. We went to your
Yes,
house
Judy
today.
told me.
All right.
I know, but I told we left the guy there. So Judy, I mean you should have gone in your home people, man, because there's a guy there with the keys.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Gibbs.
So Judy, anyway,
I made it to the house.
I know. I just we can still go up another time.
But not in the night time. That is not I didn't come in the night.
I know we go up there midnight, 1 o'clock. We were here. We are still there.
Drive.
That's right. Say hi, Dr. Green.
Hi there, how are you?
And Alan. And Manny.
Hi, how are you doing? Nice to be in Dominican.
And Richard.
Feeding my fish.
Okay. I love working with mortgages.
And that's Green. Hey Dominique. Say hello.
Do you know any private? Yeah, I
So
did
we
that
can-
game before. Hi. I did that game before?
Tomorrow?
I don't know.
And Miss Green.
I still feel a little thing, but Joy was complaining the same thing, you know. Who? Joy. Right on the
You can't believe this. Malcolm's 6'1" and you're 6'4".
Say hello, Symone.
Hello. Chocolate. Her name is Jada.
Hi, Jada.
Hello.
Hello, Malcolm. And my brother Judy.
Uncle Judy. Chocolate.
Careful, Mickey. Careful. You can't. Uncle Judy have his nice clothes on, you know. Yeah, we brought Vincent 26 years after 1978 when we got back from Havana. And we're still going strong. Vincent, give it to me now.
Okay.
Yes, my brother. Yes, my brother.
Long may Gabriel leave, boy.
Long may Vincent.
Something for you.
I know. We had to take it busy. Hey, Samo, Mickey, Mommy, wave. Well, yeah, the memories are important, so. Yeah. My children's Christmas is Dominica. Samo, Mickey. Mickey.
I come in the spirit of God's love and unity. Here at St. Ambrose School, we come to learn. To learn, we must be organized and disciplined and united. We must be wise and open our minds to learning. As home representative, I will work for you. Tidy class work. I will work for tidy classrooms, interesting books, no bullying, good manners, and unity. As your student representative, I will work to ensure that all goes well. Vote, Mickey, put it high. Vote for me so we can work together for good. God bless you all. Symone and Dominique Christian. Together we do better.
Together we do better. Peace and love.
Can we see it, Daddy? Let me.
Tell me, Makonnen, what do you mean when you say that you're the campaign representative?
Well, I mean, the earth is where we live, to the stars above is unity. The speech that Symone read was quite full-thoughted. From the stars above the earth. Thank you, God, for the square of Symone's unity.
Let me ask you, why should people vote for Samora and not someone else?
Because the poster of her pictures and stuff make the people happy.
Okay. And as a campaign manager, what do you believe is your main responsibility?
Cleaning up halls at her room.
Okay. Why is it important not to have bullies in class?
Because they might mess around with you.
Why do you think it's important to have tidy classrooms at St. Ambrose?
Because we don't want to get hurt.
Why do you think it's important to have interest in books at St. Ambrose?
Because we can
You can look at the camera directly.
We can be smart and
You got to look at the camera directly.
we can be smart and think.
And why do you think it's important to have unity?
Because mother and fathers want you to be in a good, delicate school with clean halls and fresh food in the gym.
Wonderful. How have you liked your first 2 weeks at St. Ambrose Kindergarten?
It was good.
What's your teacher's name?
Mrs. Liston,
How do you like her?
good.
What kind of person is Miss Liston?
She's a good teacher.
What does she tell you?
She tells us to color, work, read books, and sit down.
Okay. Do you see Samora at school?
Yes,
How do you see her? Where do you see her?
in the halls and computer class and music class, study, and the halls,
When you see her, what is she doing?
working.
Does she say anything to you?
I say hi, she says hi back.
Okay. Do other people know she's your sister?
Yes,
And what do you think of Samora?
she's a good and she should be graceful.
Wonderful. Are you going to run for homeroom representative also?
Yes.
Wonderful, Makonnen. God bless you. Is there like any final words you'd like to share for the audience?
Oh no.
Have a good night. Have a good day.
Well,
Why do you think you should run? Why should someone vote for you?
Well, I'm a good person. I like to help people, and I give money to the poor.
Oh, and why is it important to be a good person?
Excuse me?
Why is it important to be a good person?
So you won't struggle through your life, and it feels good to be a good person.
Wonderful. How are you going to persuade the people to vote for you in your class?
Well, I won't. I will tell them my speech and tell them that I'll be a good homeroom representative, and tell them I'll give them interesting books and tidy classrooms
He looks great.
and give them nice bake sales and stuff.
How do you get them to have a tidy classroom?
I'll help them clean their rooms. I'll tell them to put their books in the desk.
And do you know it's important for them to collaborate and cooperate with you?
Yes, Daddy.
Because you cannot do it all by yourself?
Yes, Daddy.
Wonderful job.
Tomorrow make a campaign speech?
Yeah, she's made a campaign speech. Okay, campaign manager, pick it up. The campaign manager put it on the floor. Mommy, what do you think about Samora's homeroom representative elections?
I think she's gonna do very well. She's gonna win the election, and she's gonna be a good representative for her class of 3rd grade.
Wonderful.
Together we do better. Go Samora, yay! Vote Samora.
Because I think she's a good person and
Thank you, Mommy.
and a wonderful sister.
Very good, baby.
Together we.
Okay, today's date, September 12th, 2004. We're here at 4711 Cash Hill Court, Upper Marlborough, Maryland, County Prince George's. It's approximately 2:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A few minutes ago, Miss Frances McAllister knocked on the door and came in and actually threw what I would call a historical bombshell through my door, a pleasant one at that, indicating to me that she had been long ago, which would have been, I guess, in the 40s, early 50s, the secretary at Howard University for the late, great, distinguished Prime Minister and independence hero of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and one of the greatest literary and historical figures of all time, writer and historian Dr. Eric Williams, who then, I assume, was a professor at Howard University. Miss McAllister, first of all, how old are you now?
I'm 79 years old.
And where are you from originally?
Springfield, Massachusetts. Washington.
Now, you were from Springfield, Massachusetts. Now, where is that vis-a-vis Boston?
45 miles east of Boston.
Yes. And who were your parents?
My mother was Halloween Sanders Jones. She was a woman from Raleigh, North Carolina, uneducated but highly motivated and highly politically conscious. My father was an untutored person from Springfield. He was born in Springfield, Massachusetts, but he did go to high school in Springfield, and at that time in the 20s, Black Americans, unless they were highly educated, had service positions, and my father was a custodian at the Springfield National Bank from 1919 till his death in 1951. My mother was the very highly regarded cook for the mayor of Springfield, Mayor Putnam, Roger Putnam, who became Franklin Delano Roosevelt's administrator for the National Recovery Act. So my parents were contacts of very strong Americans, highly educated Americans, and both my parents, without formal education, were, to me, enlightened, and I'm very proud of my mother and my father.
Through that enlightenment, they were able to provide for a family of how many?
My father's first wife died in 1917 or 1916, and she left two small children. My father and mother educated both of them. My half-sister, Jeanette, who became the first black teacher, the first black president of the Maryland Teachers Association,
Really?
Jeanette Jones. And my half-brother, Jinxie, started a business which is still going in Springfield, Massachusetts today, called Jinxie's. It's a bar and grill.
Wonderful.
And my sister Amelia, who passed in 2003, was educated at the University, New York University, and she became an editor and worked for the United States government for 33 years before her death in 2003.
Accept my condolences, please.
Thank you.
And so you had, by your father's second marriage, he had two daughters.
Yes, he had a...
And so you were the last daughter.
Yes, I'm the younger.
Yes.
y-
And
youngest.
where did you attend school?
I went to Howard University for my undergraduate work, getting a bachelor's degree in English and a minor in education, and then I went on to to Catholic University for graduate school in library science.
And how were you employed after you graduated?
I taught for a very short while, and then I went into the Library of Congress, and I worked there until as an editorial assistant in the Congressional Research Service until 1994, when I retired.
Wonderful. So you worked there for how many years?
I worked there for 33 years. I worked in library science for 33 years.
Wonderful. Well, I need to talk with you because I'm very, very interested in library sciences myself. Now, directing your attention to what spurred me to do this interview, Dr. Eric Williams. When did you first meet with him?
I met him when I was a freshman at Howard University in 1943, and he was a professor at Howard in the social sciences, and also he was a commissioner for the Caribbean Commission. And he asked me, after he had seen...
So you were saying that he was a member of the Caribbean Commission?
He was actually the Caribbean Commissioner. He was the commissioner for the Caribbean Commission in Washington, as well as a professor.
Okay. What was the Caribbean Commission, if you can tell me?
It was a group of Caribbean countries that attempted to work with the American government, the United States government, to increase trade activities and more fair trade relationships with the Caribbean, with the various Caribbean islands, Antigua, as I remember, it's a long time ago, but he was concerned about more fair trade, equity with the United States government.
Okay, so this was
It
a
was
private organization?
Yes, and he found out that I typed very well and I took shorthand, and he just asked me to be his secretary for the Caribbean Commission. Not his secretary as a teacher, a professor, but just on the commission.
Okay. Would any of those papers have survived?
Yes, I believe so. Yes, they would be at the Library of Congress under Caribbean Commission 1943, I believe, to 48.
I see.
Yes, they would be. You could actually research those papers.
And could you work with me and maybe getting copies? Tell me the process.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I certainly could.
Wonderful. The reason I say this is, as you may have remembered a while ago, I mentioned that I had the good fortune to have spoken to his daughter, Erica Williams, and she mentioned to me that the museum had been set up in Trinidad. Of course, they're in need of artifacts and other things related to his work.
Yes.
And I'm thinking perhaps the papers from the Caribbean Commission would be useful. Is it possible that they make copies of those things?
Oh yes,
Okay.
Definitely. Oh yes, yes, yes. Those are what are they considered? First resource. They're considered first person resource.
Yes.
Yes.
Now tell me, what period of time were we talking about? 40s?
1943, 44, and then just one complete year for me with as his secretary.
So you worked with him for 2 years, 43 to 44, simply
Yes.
on the Caribbean Commission?
Yes.
And then subsequent to that?
Well, actually, my memory, I don't know whether there was illness in his family, but I did not have contact with him after the commission, and I did leave Howard University and went to back to Springfield, and I went to American International College for my junior year, and I finished my senior year at Howard. So I had an interrupted period, and therefore I did lose contact with him after that.
During the time you worked with him, almost 2 years, what kind of mind did you, if you were to render an opinion, what kind of person would he have impressed you as?
A very humanistic, socialist consciousness, sense of socialism, and a concern for the welfare of all human beings and the justice of the need for a just political, social system throughout the Caribbean and throughout the world. His sense of justice for all human beings and his concern for the dispossessed, the politically and economically oppressed was so great that his concept of capitalism and slavery I'll never ever forget.
Would he discuss those ideas with you?
Yes, he discussed them primarily in our class, in our social science class. His point of view was very strong in that class in social sciences, in the class of man. I'm just badly remembering the courses that he offered, but they were highly conscious, social conscious classes, and all the students flocked to Eric Williams. It was just amazing.
What was his stature on campus?
Well, he was a little god, if you really, male, female, other teachers. There was no one quite like Eric Williams. It's just his...
And was that because of his manner of
it was because of
speech or his manner of interaction?
His point of view. America was... The labor movement was strong in America. The black consciousness was developing. However, there was a great deal of political negativism toward Black Panthers and that sort of thing. He was highly regarded by.
But the Black Panthers were not around yet.
No, but the idea of black consciousness was developing, and he was strong. He was, to me, he was a leader in this sense of black consciousness.
Who is associates, if you remember any names from that period, either Caribbean or African American?
I'm trying to think. My husband, whom I married in 1948.
What was his name?
Winston Kermit McAllister, who was head of the Department of Philosophy.
And that would be Howard University.
Howard University from 1946 to 76 when he died of a brain tumor. But he taught there those 30 years. He worked with Manley. My husband worked with Manley. He took. This was after.
You mean Norman Washington Manley?
Oh yes, my husband worked with him and took a group of Howard University Peace Corps people to Guyana. I remember that.
Okay, but he did go to Jamaica as well, because Manley was Jamaica.
Yes, I don't know. I know he went to Guyana with the Peace Corps. He took a group of Howard University students to Guyana. And I'm just trying to think his relationship to Dr. Williams. I think Dr. Williams had left Howard in 49 or 48. I don't believe he was there beyond 47.
Okay, we're running to the end of the tape. We'll continue on another tape.
All right.